And there's a lot of us grassroots people, there's a lot of warriors who are ready to stand up and put our feet on the ground and stand in front of this pipeline, whether it means going to jail or whatever it is, to protect our children and our grandchildren, as you talked about, protecting the seventh generations.
You got to realize this is war. This is your generations to come, their future. Are they going to be born with 10 fingers and 10 toes? You got to think about that. Then birth defects from all these heavy minerals. Those genetically change the people.
And I never dreamed that I would be working side by side with the rancher, but our common thing is the land and water and our grandchildren. And our people say, listen to the signs. That's listening to the earth. The earth is telling us real loud and clear, whether we were Euro-American or whether we were Asian, whether we were Dakota. History presents us with crossroads where we say, danger, danger. If you go beyond this benchmark, something's going to happen. So once again, we're at this crossroads. And everybody says, listen to your history, because otherwise you'll end up repeating it. And when it comes to Mother Earth, we can't repeat those mistakes too many times, because we do not have to destroy the earth to survive.
Heard about Keystone 1 had 14 leaks the first year, and we're looking at the KXL going right next to our water source in our home.
Because KXL is going to cross at least 1,000 waterways in its 800-mile plus route. I believe 215 of them are in Nebraska. There's many of those areas where that's our sole source of water. That's a direct threat to our lifeway, our grandchildren.
Our water that we drink comes from the Missouri River. And if there's something should happen, we have no water. What are we going to do? I have 47,000 people on my reservation. What are we going to do about water? You know, let alone all of the rest of western South Dakota.
Look at that. Look at the grass on that hill. Look at the height difference where they fertilized it and put good grasses in there for wildlife habitat compared to both sides of it. The grass is crap where it was. The grass in the pipeline's actually better. I mean, I don't understand by somebody saying that they're going to do harm to the environment by installing a pipeline. We don't even know it's here. We just farm over it. It's no big deal.
No, because there's already pipelines that are in the ground that's been there a while, and you take if you wanted to move the oil a different way on rail cars or trucks, look at all the accidents we've had on the rail cars. This is the most safest way there is to put it in the ground and move it that way. You know, we want it to be safe, and that is the safest way to move the oil.
We are an oil-dependent country. We need the oil. We need the jobs.
When we go out there on the pipeline and we work all day, we work hard for them and we get a good pay for working for them, and that's all we're looking for. And this would bring so many people out from what maybe going to lose their homes, going to lose their houses, put food on the table, bring their kids up. I mean, this could help them so much, and that's what I'd like to see happen.
I mean, ask me what it means to me, you know, for me, for my family. It means I am going to be able to put food on the table, be able to buy them clothes, be able to, you know, no, we can't go out to eat. No, we don't have the money. No, we can't do this. No, we can't do that. To, yeah, you know, let's go to a ball game together. I mean, other people might think it's simple stuff, but, you know, it means a lot to me and my family.
Why are those temporary jobs more important than my sustainable, productive land? Why are we being asked to carry all the risk for everybody else? If the state and federal government thinks it's such a brilliant idea to put this pipeline through the middle of the United States, why don't they do it on state and federal land?
Most of the spills along the pipeline routes, the existing pipelines, have been detected by citizens, by landowners. They say they have, you know, state-of-the-art technology, but we know of instances where, you know, their technology does not detect the leak, and it's highly corrosive material that will be flowing through the pipe and with very high pressure. So the likelihood of a small leak starting and dripping down into the soil is very real, and I don't care what TransCanada says, that I don't believe it. So
we got the cleanest water in the world. Let's keep it. Let's don't damage or have possible to damage my life, my family's life, maybe grandkids someday, because my children do want to farm, and they want to have a safe farm, and they want to raise cattle, and I don't know how they could ever water my cattle if something happened.
The oil consumption in the United States peaked in the first decade of this century. And now domestic oil production is the highest it's ever been. We are exporting refined products. We are not dying for oil, especially oil that we won't have any use of anyway, or very limited. So why in the world are we going to take the risk to facilitate the growth of Canada's economy? It makes absolutely no sense if you look at the climate of oil production and oil usage. We're using less, we're making more of our own.
Any other country in the world, how apt would they be to sell a 50-foot easement through 50 feet of their land through the entire country to another country to own forever, to do with whatever they wanted to benefit that country or another country or sell it to another country?
Yeah, having a foreign country have control over a 50 wide foot strip from the border of Canada to the Gulf of Mexico doesn't seem real intelligent, when they already have one down Keystone 1 through Steel City, through Cushing, down to Houston and Fort Arthur. So then we'll have two. That's a fine idea. And
Now, if there is even that 2% leak that they can't detect with the carcinogens, the chemicals, everything that they have, our land is done, our home is gone, our legacy is gone. So it's not just our blood, sweat, and tears, it's 140 years of nothing. We get nothing out of it.
Personally, I lost my mother to brain cancer, 3 sisters to lung cancer. My husband has lost his mother, his sister and brother-in-law to blood cancers, his dad of skin cancer. We don't need any outside influence on that already. I mean, we're already genetically predisposed to cancer, but I don't need that stuff going 275 feet from the side of my head. That's jeopardizing my life, not just my livelihood, not just my home.
Well, I think you'll clearly see civil disobedience happening not only in our state but along the route.
If they do okay it, and then we'll have to get our plans together to actually stop it. I have 40,000 people on my reservation. We probably have another 100,000 people throughout the state, just Lakotas, besides everyone else. But we're going to do our best, and when we made the statement, we're getting our horses ready, and they are. We're going to go up north and try to stop it. And if we fail there, we'll go down south towards the Rosebud, and we'll try to stop it there.
well, we'll meet the bulldozers at the border between South Dakota and Nebraska, I'll tell you that.
I will tell you that we will fight. We may be there when those loaders come on our land. We're going to be standing there on our land.
No, I've run this through my head so many different times. You know, we say, okay, we're going to be at the Nebraska border when them dozers come and the diggers and everything. yeah, we will be there, and we'll be fighting with every way we can. But I don't know what we can do. Let's just hope that Obama makes the right decision.